what is she going to provide this team this season?
Yeah, Hannah Stolke, she's the corner piece now of the offense. Kaylin Clark is gone. Everyone else,
goes up, and this time it's won cleanly by the Hawkeyes, and the transfer brings it up. Chit-chat right. Stolke, Lexi Howe, another big returner, hands it off. Howe backing down. Feuerbach had a lot of injuries. She had a lot last season, but also over the summer, just trying to return to play. Here's Ava hiding off the glass.
That's what you want to see from
put up by Jenna Slates, another freshman for this Ashland team, taken away by the Hawkeyes. Stolke the other way is fouled on her way up. Over 400 points for the second consecutive season, and this season they'll be relying.
This entire program here this year
was also just named to the player. All the way out to McCabe, down to Hyden again, spins around and kisses it off the glass.
Great position by Hyden.
Hyden. Chit-chat right, we've already said her name a couple of times, transferred in from Georgia Tech. Bounce pass right to her, off the glass. Back in. Addie Deal has checked into the game. All the way across the court for Feuerbach. She drives, puts up a shot, and it rolls in. They're pretty solidified into a rotation.
Yeah.
But where is Chit-chat right going to fit in? Where is this highly talented freshman Addie Deal going to fit in? Great play by to get some more points on the board for Ashland, their first point since the opening bucket. Ava Hyden on the other side answers back.
Ava Hyden, she's using that perfectly, getting buckets easily tonight.
Vermilia, deep three. Addie Deal driving in, off the glass, no good. Bouncing around, Deal collects the rebound and puts it up and in. First point. Previous point we were making. It's a big deal that Addie Deal is in early in the game as Chit-chat pickpockets Ashland for an easy two.
She was known for her ability to pass the rock. She led the team in assists.
Driving into the paint, puts up a shot and is fouled. That is in 19 games, a big-time returner for this Ashland Eagles team.
And advice and just leadership on and off the court.
She makes them both on her freshman season. Here's Emily Rodriguez, who gives it up to Stolke, backing down the defenders for two more.
Stolke, just last #1 player in Alaska, and she's looking to step in, hopefully, to carve out a role in this very crowded post player room.
Stop shot from Ashley Mullet, and 17-11, 6-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Rodriguez dumps it down to Stolke. She puts up two more off the window.
Opens up just her confidence, being able to play at the 4, but still have that ability to go into the post and make layups like that.
What a physical play by Emily Rodriguez. Taylor Stremlow, one of the highly recruited freshmen last year. Rodriguez from the corner.
Great stroke right there.
Redshirt freshman, standing at 6'3". Ashland the other way. She picks up her own rebound, and Vermilia, she's in 32-4. And I mean, it's an incredible record, but they have 3 undefeated seasons over the last 14 years with at the Division II level. Nice pass to Ava Hyden. It hangs up and drops in.
Yeah, it looked like it just froze on the upper three-point shot like we've talked about, so there's a lot more room of freedom now for Hannah Stolke.
Great move by Layla Hayes as she picks up her. And we've said it multiple times, this place is rocking for a game that doesn't count toward the win-loss columns. Howe gets fouled, and she'll be shooting.
State or here an exhibition game against the Ashland Eagles.
First one is game, but Carrie Pickens said it's just such a privilege to be able to come in and play it. And Feuerbach comes away with the rebound. Around to McCabe, here's the three, bingo!
There it is, the smart from both coaches. In an exhibition game like this, you want to leave no stone unturned, be able to mix and match all these different lineups to see what you really got.
McCabe up one-on-one with Hayes, and she rips it out of the air. Chit-chat running the court, quickly ahead for Rodriguez, to the paint, off the glass and in. And she has a deep bag. She can score in the paint, and she can shoot from three.
And we see it right there on cue, being able to beat her defender off the bounce touch.
Dribbling into the paint, Chit-chat takes it away. Stolke in the paint, up and in.
That's exactly.
Ashland to an undefeated season in 2022 and a national championship as well. Here's a three that drops in from Lexi Howe. Shoot from deep here out of the timeout. Addie Deal drives into the paint through the double team, puts up a shot. Houston is there with the putback.
And it's a great drive, bringing it down.
In the paint, double team, puts up a hook shot off the window. Great job by Jenna Slates. Tabbed with the foul. Iowa State.
Don't say that word too loudly in here.
Rotation player. This year, though, going to be leaned a lot more on for her scoring abilities.
That was a first-time thing for her, and now she looks like she's very comfortable in her role. I mean, she has to be. She's one of the leaders now of this team.
What a play by Alyssa. My eye was how vocal Taylor Shremlow is when running drills. She's the one that's calling them out after Jan Jensen says, hey, this is what we're going to run.
Probably is going to be running the offense for maybe the majority of the year. Shremlow can also come in, who maybe, might not see the court all too often just to start the year. She still is in a little bit.
We've already talked about Kylie's journey to Iowa City. And last year, led the team in steals with 43, recorded 4 or more assists, tallest, but was able to get across the court, pick up some big steals and some even bigger blocks. Chit Chat right goes to the rim, puts it up, and is make it 7. But shot off the window, can't get it to go. Ripped down by Ashland. Quickly the other way, dribbling through the defense. What a play by Lex. Chat right will bring it up the court for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
And that's the best thing about these games. You get to see these players in these different types of roles, being able to take advantage of them.
Ashland able to sniff out that attempt. Right back down to Feuerbach. She's denied. Hit hard by Lexi Howe.
Lexi Howe is just playing a great game.
Finds McCabe. Quick three. Bingo! Taylor McCabe does it. Great ball movement on this possession. Ava Hyden's on the deck. Stokey will drive. Puts up a shot off the window. And it drops and wins in their program's history.
Man, that's just a whole lot of credit to be given to all the coaches in those years for Ashland.
Right now, but she said it wouldn't be without Sue Ramsey and Robin Freilich, who have
advocated for Carrie Pickens to come to Ashland. Carrie Pickens, she was playing overseas in Australia when Sue Ramsey was reaching out.
Vermilia in the paint against Stokey, spins around and puts one up and in.
Middle, Hannah Stokey bought on that one, able to twist to her strong side and be able to put it up for a layup.
Ava Hyden on the dish from Addie Deal. The big returners for this Eagles squad. When we asked last year's recruiting class, the 5-star recruit was also Jersey Mike's Naismith Player of the Year. I mean, she is one of the best recruits that the Hawkeyes have brought in, probably since Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, she's got a great resume. Number 2 player in California last.
Watching this new squad play out in front of her eyes, of course, a lot of these players were a part of her squad just a couple seasons ago. As Vermilia, 3 from Rodriguez. Watch out below, Emily Rodriguez.
It's just whether or not she can stay on the court and stay healthy.
She spent about 3 foul. Hyden hands it off to Rodriguez. Thought about a 3. Now she drives, puts it up off the glass. What a move by Emily Rodriguez. Emily Rodriguez not in the starting lineup tonight, but she has been playing lights out. Stokey goes up off the high glass, and it drops in.
Again, the Hawkeyes not given too many opportunities to Ashland. Been doing a great job on the offensive or defensive boards.
Hannah Stokey, she's up to 19 points tonight. Long 3, drops in. Caitlin Harabedian
was talking about one of the biggest hustlers, and that's exactly who you love to coach when you're a head coach for a basketball team. Someone that's willing to put their body on the line day in and day out.
But Stremlow down to Hayes, goes up through the contact and draws the foul.
On target, she was able to still make the grab and get fouled.
makes her first. That one bounces out. Ashley Mullet brings it up for the Eagles, trailing 79-42 through the defense. Wow, what a shot by Ashley Mullet. Fighting for it, ball is still loose, taken away by the Eagles. Running the court is Ashley Mullet, pops a two, bounces around. And
they really tap into that aggressiveness where it's a night in, night out type of thing. She can cause a lot of problems, be very helpful for the Hawkeyes.
Davidson goes up through the contact and is able to roll one. Chit chat to the left wing, back out to Houston. 3 on the clock. Stolke goes up and it's in. And that Stolke, she's been practicing that 3-ball, thought about it, but she'll drive instead. Pops a shot and makes it.
And the crowd here at Carver was yelling.
Slate spins around Hayden, trying to get a shot off. She scoops it up and in.
A little up and under on the taller defender in Hayden.
Ashland has had 18 All-American players. Chit-chat right from 3.
And a head coach, so whatever you can think of, she's done it.
Feuerbach with the takeaway. Off the glass, she's fouled.
Chit-chat right has snatching the ball away from ball handlers. Really helps this Iowa team.
You said it perfectly. It's exactly how they want to play. They want to play quick. They want to play in transition.
Down set play to set up Houston. Phenomenally run by the Hawkeyes.
Lopez around the defenders. Able to hook it up and in. Off the line. Addie Deal with the rebound. Emily Rodriguez, wide open 3. She does it again. Rodriguez, do not leave her open behind the three-point line. Vermilia puts up a shot. She's fouled and it drops in. Against LSU, Sydney Folter stepped up big time in the absence of Molly. Oh, it's early in the season, trying to knock off some rust.
Team firing on all cylinders, but communication is something that,
Gara, but this team, ton of new faces, very exciting. Levine for 3 is off the mark. Hayes with the rebound. She goes up, is fouled, and it drops in.
Time that you do have on the court is very limited, so you want to be able to take advantage of that time.
Pressure is definitely on when you do have those opportunities, and you have to capitalize on it. Pass found by Lexi Howe. Backing down defender, short clock, puts it up. She's fouled, and it drops in. Can't finish the and one. As the clock winds down, this exhibition matchup, Stremblow winds up from 3. Hayes there with the putback.
And Iowa,
with your point, Sam, they have out-rebounded Ashland for sure. Deep 3 for Addie Deal. That's what the Hawkeye by Wayne State and Indiana, Pennsylvania. Nice shot there from Alyssa Lopez to scoop it up and in. Years ago, you can see she's still wearing that brace on her left leg. Levine powers in and puts it up.
Levine with a great.
Hayes gives it up to Addie Deal on the right wing. Dumps it back down to Hayes. She goes up and she's fouled.
That exact play.
Monday. That'll be followed by a match against Evansville, and then they'll start the battle to Jan Jensen and Lisa Bluter. Jan, one of the only 2 players, of course, a fantastic basketball player there. And that's how her and Lisa. Kenise Johnson looking for her first point in over a year. Jim Feet for 3. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Hayes.
Just a great sign from a freshman that, you could be letting your foot off the gas here, but you're still fighting to the very end.
It's between Ava Hayden and Layla Hayes. She wants to continue to fight and try and. School was also an Ohio Miss Basketball finalist.
And these freshmen, these players are very highly talented, especially in their high school programs, most of them being.
Hawk fans showed out for the exhibition matchup, and the new faces for both sides showed up for the fans as well.
Yeah, no, this was a great.
Layla Hayes had 10 alongside Hannah Stolke with 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different Hawkeyes in